Welcome to your Mercury in Libra transit forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's astrological forecast with you. Please like and subscribe and share as it helps the channel to grow. If you are new here, welcome. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who've been following me, thank you for your support and for sharing your journey with me. On September 26, 2024, Mercury is now going to enter in the very balanced sign of Libra. Now, this marks the beginning of a deeply significant transit that really emphasizes balance in your communication styles. It's about decision making. It's about the way that you process information, the way that you engage with others. It's in your daily interactions when you oscillate between being overly assertive or overly accommodating. Some of you are going to be quick to form opinions, while others are going to take their considerable time in weighing the different perspectives or options that are in front of you. While Mercury in Libra, it really helps us to navigate the extremes, encouraging us to find that sweet spot, the middle ground, while the true understanding is about harmony in order for the way that you converse to flourish. Libra is ruled by Venus. It's an air sign, and it brings Mercury's mental energy into a space of diplomacy and charm and inclusivity. Now, while Mercury transits through Libra, the emphasis now shifts into finding a common ground where it's about fostering mutual respect with people that you are communicating with. It's about achieving these win-win outcomes in conversations and in negotiations, whether it's in personal relationships or whether it's for work dynamics or in social discussions. This is going to be a period that's really going to be ideal for practicing active listening and cultivating a sense of fairness and equity. Mercury in Libra, it inspires us to ask ourselves, are we too quick to assert our opinions? Where do we hold back too much? Do we give too much information? Do we encourage open-ended conversation, an open mind? Do we resist the ideas of other people? During this transit, the goal is to reach this balanced middle ground, allowing for clear and thoughtful and respectful exchanges of ideas. The period is really good for resolving any conflicts or any misunderstandings. As the energy of Libra, it really encourages diplomacy, compromise. Remember, it's the scales. It wants to find a middle ground. It wants to find a balance. Now, discussions that may have been avoided or delayed due to like tension or anger or aggression, they can now flow more smoothly with both parties now being open to finding solutions that will serve everybody's needs. For those that are engaged in negotiations or like for work or for home, whether in contracts or even in personal disputes, Mercury in Libra is going to offer you this perfect environment to reach agreements that can satisfy both parties, both sides. This is going to be a time that you're going to be able to engage fully in difficult conversations with ease and grace, with an eye towards a peaceful resolution. As Mercury transits through the sign of Libra, you're going to be encouraged to have to offer this unique opportunity to elevate your communication style, striving for balance, for fairness, for mutual respect in all of your interactions. This period is going to serve as a reminder that communication is not just about being heard, but about the understanding of other people. It's finding the compromise or seeking solutions that can honor both sides, whether you're navigating personal relationships or professional negotiations or social dynamics. This is going to be a time to lean into diplomacy and the art of constructive conversation. Mercury in Libra is challenging you to truly take a step back from reactive patterns, whether they involve jumping to conclusions or hesitating too long. Instead, It's inviting you to engage with openness, to have a curious mind, a willingness to find a common ground, because in doing so, you are creating a space for authentic connections with others in order to have a deeper understanding, more harmonious outcomes. As this transit progresses, the lessons of Mercury in Libra, they're going to continue to unfold. It's reminding you that true communication is about balance. It's not about dominating the conversation or retreating into silence. It's about fostering this mutual respect and creating solutions that work for everyone that's involved. With Mercury in Libra, you have the universe's support to refine your communication skills and to engage in meaningful dialogue and resolve conflicts that are in a way that brings peace and clarity for everyone. This is going to be a time to embrace diplomacy, respect, and beauty in balanced communication, helping you to cultivate more harmonious and fulfilling relationships in every area of your life. Now, key transits to be aware of, starting on September 26, 2024, Mercury is now going to enter into the sign of Libra. So that's when things are now going to shift into wanting to have diplomacy. On September 29th, 2024, Mercury is then going to be conjunct the Sun, meaning it's connected or using its energy and combining it. And it's also going to be the South Node in Libra. And so this is considered to be a cazimi. You're going to have the Mercury Sun cazimi, which is like in the heart of the Sun. So it's aligning with the South Node of your past, of what you want to release. There's going to be this moment of heightened clarity or this heightened insight because the Sun is magnifying this energy where it could be like a mental breakthrough that can occur, like an aha moment that's regarding. It could be your past relationships or communication patterns. This is a powerful time to revisit any unresolved issues that come up from the past using that South Node to clear the air, to let go of any unproductive communication habits that just no longer serve you. The South Node's connection, it really hints to karmic themes. There can be situations or conversations that can allow for healing and for closure, like an ending of sorts. This is going to be an ideal moment to release any unproductive communication habits and to look to adopt a more balanced approach for you to move forward. Then on October 6, 2024, Mercury is going to square Mars in Cancer. Now, squares are 90-degree angles. They're these tension points. And so this is a challenging aspect that can lead to conversations that can be tense, impatience, or a potential for conflicts. There can be misunderstandings that can arise, especially if your emotions are running high. It's really going to be essential to sit with it and remain mindful, avoiding like hasty words or reactions that could escalate the situations. Instead, aim for calm, thoughtful communication during this period because it's going to be crucial that you be mindful of how do you communicate in order to avoid reacting with anger or frustration. This aspect really calls for patience and consciousness in your effort to remain balanced even within these challenging conversations. On October 8th, we're going to have Mercury trine Jupiter in Gemini. Now, a trine is a harmonious aspect. The two planets are working together. So there's a favorable transit that brings optimism and expansive thinking. Now your conversations can turn likely to be uplifting and productive, making it really a perfect time for negotiations, for brainstorming, for sharing your ideas, for cooperative thinking. The energy of Jupiter in Gemini, it really enhances Mercury's natural affinity for communication that leads to meaningful and positive exchanges of thoughts, ideas, and all types of communication. On October 13th, 2024, Mercury is going to square Pluto in Capricorn. Again, remember, squares are tense aspects. And so this is an intense aspect that may bring hidden issues or power struggles, like not bubbling to the surface, like tense to the surface. Conversations can become more probing, more revealing, more transformative because Pluto wants to get to the bottom of things. This can also lead to confrontations or obsessive thinking. Be mindful of the urge to want to dominate the conversation or to engage in manipulation. This transit is ideal for deep, transformative discussions, but it requires the careful navigation. So, in order to avoid unnecessary conflict. Offerings this month, join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content. As a member, you're going to gain access to ad-free videos, early forecasts, monthly live tarot and astrology Zoom sessions. It's the perfect space to dive deeper into the celestial currents that can guide your life. You can go to the link below in the description and explore all membership tiers and benefits, and there is a 1-week free trial membership. Special for Libras, celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code LIBRA10 at checkout to enjoy this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment today and discover what the universe has in store for you and your year ahead. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations every other Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get in the queue because spaces fill up fast. So be sure to sign up using the link below. I look forward to connecting with you and helping you to navigate your journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries sun, moon, and rising, Mercury is now entering into your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of you plus somebody else, business partners, significant others, it's clients, it's negotiations. The 7th house has to do with contractual agreements. It is negotiation and cooperation. It's also the house of open enemies, exes, and like business partners, significant others. So now Mercury entering into your 7th house, this is the house of relationships that it's emphasizing clear and diplomatic communication that's going to be with you and significant others, both personal and professional in your life. This transit is really going to encourage you to focus on fairness around mutual respect within your interactions with others. It's going to be a really great time for you to resolve any conflicts that you may have, to engage in thoughtful discussions about what are your partnership goals. This could be, remember, this is a business partner or this could be your significant other. And it's like, let's talk about our negotiations. Negotiations and agreements are going to come to the forefront. The Mercury Sun South Node conjunction, the Cazimi, on September 29th, it can bring up these karmic themes to the forefront, particularly around old relationship patterns, how you're dealing with them. It's going to be a time that you're going to want to revisit any unresolved issues, possibly with loved ones, with partners, allowing for like healing in order for you to have closure so you can move on from this. Remember, the South Node is our past and what we're willing and need to let go of. Now, the Mercury square to Mars in your 4th house of your home, this is going to be on October 6th. It's going to stir up tension. A square is a tension point that has to do with family or domestic matters. The 4th house is family, home, your foundation, your roots, anybody that lives within your home. Be mindful of any reactive words that may stir or cause up any conflicts within your home or within partnerships. Now, the Mercury trine Jupiter that's going to be happening on October 8th is going to bring it's in your 3rd house. It is going to bring this expansive opportunities for relationship with growth with significant others, as in neighbors, friends, cousins, anybody that's in your close proximity. It's supportive, it's positive, it's productive in all types of communication and all forms of technology. Now, lastly, the Mercury square Pluto on October 13th. This can bring about these hidden dynamics that has to do with your career, your job, your responsibilities, and it'll bring them to the surface, and it'll have to do with relationships, prompting you to have these deep transformative discussions with either partners or significant others, or how you negotiate what does fair and equitable look like for you. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you are looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Taurus sun, moon, and rising, you now have Mercury moving into your 6th house. The 6th house is your day-to-day habits. It's your mental health, physical health. It revolves around releasing old habits. How do you take care of and nurture others? Your daily routine. It's nutrition, diet. It revolves around alternative health and healing practices. So with Mercury now entering into your 6th house of work, your daily routines, the focus is now going to shift to refining how do you communicate with others within your work environment or within your day-to-day efficiency of living. You might feel called to streamline your routines, engage in thoughtful discussions with coworkers, or resolve any lingering issues that you may have with work. The 6th house is the balance between your home and your work. Now, the Mercury Sun South Node Cazimi that's going to happen on September 29th is going to bring this opportunity for mental clarity. It's going to bring about things from past work-related matters or old health habits to the surface in order for you to broach those topics and deal with them. It's going to be a powerful time to release any outdated patterns that no longer serve you, get rid of those habits once and for all, particularly as you approach how you deal with your health and your work-life balance. And so the Mars that's going to be square to your 3rd house. Remember, you're going to have Mars squaring the 3rd house of your communication. This will be on October 6th. This might lead to misunderstandings or tense conversations between you and coworkers or colleagues or your neighbors or your siblings. It's essential to stay calm, stay focused, and avoid any hasty reactions with what you say or what you do. Then you're going to have a Mercury-Jupiter trine on October 8th that's going to, this is in your 2nd house of your self-worth, your cash, your property. Now, this supports productive brainstorming with other people and problem solving at work. While the Mercury square Pluto that's going to happen on October 13th, Pluto is in your 9th house of foreign people, places, and things, and these cross-cultural experiences. And so this might bring deep transformative insights in how you manage power or power dynamics between you and other people or you and coworkers or within your day-to-day living. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the latest updates and insights. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, Mercury is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to watch where is Mercury going through your chart. It rules over who you are, your identity, and your career, your home sector, your family, your foundation of which you build everything upon. So Mercury's transit is now going through your 5th house. Fun, children, creativity. The 5th house is creative self-expression. And so this is romance. This is going to highlight all of these themes and your ability into the way that you communicate your passions with your ideas, with charm and diplomacy. This is an excellent time to really express yourself creatively. Art, music, poetry, all of these in order to get into what do you consider to be your creative talents. This could be romantic conversations. How do you connect with children or younger individuals in a thoughtful or balanced manner? Now, the Mercury Sun South Node conjunction that's going to be on September 29th is going to bring heightened clarity. Remember, a cazimi is when it's in the heart of the sun and it magnifies the message or the energy. So this is going to be around around your past creative projects or romantic relationships. Now, you might find yourself revisiting old ideas or reconnecting with past lovers in order to resolve any unfinished business. Remember that it's about leaving things in the past or resolving what was in the past with the South Node. Now, I'm encouraging you to be mindful of the way that you approach all conversations, because this is about finding equity and balance. Now, the Mars square that you will have with your second house represents your self-worth, your cash, your property. That's going to be with your joint finances or your personal finances. That this is going to be on October 6th. That may trigger like financial tensions, especially with impulse spending that might be involved, because the fifth house is the house of gambling. It's the house of where I want to take a risk. Be mindful of how you communicate your money with romantic partners or creative collaborators or with your children. Now, the Mercury-Jupiter trine, Jupiter is in your first house of yourself, your identity, who you are. That will be on October 8th. That's going to support all kinds of expansive thinking. This is in a harmonious aspect to have these positive conversations around creative endeavors. While the Mercury-Pluto square that will happen on October 13th. Now, Pluto being in your 8th house of your shared resources, this is you connected with other people, with intimate affairs, or where your resources are combined with other people. This Mercury-Pluto square on the 13th can bring about these intense conversations about control, about power dynamics in romantic relationships or within creative projects, or that have to do with children or with your inner child. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have Mercury entering into your 4th house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. The 4th house represents your living situation or your personal life. It also represents your ancestors. And so it's emphasizing the importance of crystal clear communication and like this balanced communication within family members. Now, this is going to be an opportunity for you to resolve any lingering family issues that can engage in these meaningful conversations about domestic matters, with you focusing on creating harmony at home. Now, the Mercury-Sun South Node conjunction that's going to occur on September 29th, this is a cazimi. The Sun is illuminating or magnifying the energy of Mercury, and the South Node is where we have come from. It's our past. It's an opportunity to release. This brings about karmic themes to the surface that is about releasing any unproductive communication habits that possibly have caused you tension or caused family members tension. The Mercury-Jupiter trine that's going to be on October 8th. Now, this is about expansive conversations with your family. Jupiter is in your 12th house. It's the house of hidden. And so having this is going to be an opportunity to expand hidden topics in order to release, let go, resolve. And I think I forgot to tell you about the October 6th. October 6th, you're going to have Mars in your 1st house in a square with Mercury in your 4th house. Now, squares are always tense points. They bring tension in. It brings to the surface frustrations, impatience. And so this is between you, definitely, and family members. The square is about family members that you're going to need to remain mindful of your reactions in order to avoid like the escalating conflicts that can come between you and others. Now, The Mercury square Pluto. Pluto is in your 7th house of partnerships. The Mercury square Pluto on October 13th. This is between you and partnerships. This could be business partners, significant others, clients, one-on-one relationships, and it's open enemies and exes. So this Mercury Pluto square on the 13th can reveal these deeper issues that can be related to control or related to manipulation within family dynamics or within partnership that's really prompting you to transform through your conversations. It's like healthy boundaries and what do you do? So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have Mercury entering into your 3rd house of communication. This is siblings, neighbors, cousins. It's the house of learning and your local interactions with other people, like in the grocery store or at the dog park. This is going to be a time that you're going to be able to refine how do you express yourself in your every day-to-day conversations with others. You might feel more inclined to engage in thoughtful communications or discussions with your siblings, with your neighbors, or within your community. This could be like taking a class or taking a workshop. Now, the Mercury Sun South Node. So we're going to have this Mercury cazimi, and it's also going to be conjunct the South Node. A conjunction is where it brings all of the energy together. The Sun is going to magnify. The South Node is your past or things from your past of what do I need to release, what do I need to let go of. This is going to happen on September 29th, and it's going to bring you an opportunity for a mental breakthrough. It's kind of like this aha moment, particularly around past communication patterns or around any unresolved issues that you've had with siblings or neighbors or people that you communicate with like on a day-to-day basis. Now, it'll be a powerful time to just go back, revisit, and look at how did you handle things before in order to improve them later. Now, you're going to have Mars square. Mars is in your 12th house, and this is going to be on October 6th. Remember, squares are tension points, and so Mars wants to go after, initiate, but remember the 12th house is unresolved subconscious issues. So be mindful of how you communicate during this time, because it's an opportunity to look to how do I avoid being reactive or having these defensive responses or acting defensively. I always say it takes 2 people to come to an argument when one person can walk away or diffuse it. Now you're going to have a Mercury trine Jupiter on October 8th. Jupiter is in your 11th house of your networks, your your community, your hopes, your dreams. This is about expansive thinking and it's positive learning experiences, making this a beautiful time for you to look at negotiations or studies. Now, you're going to also have a Mercury square Pluto, and Pluto is in your 6th house of your day-to-day living, your day-to-day habits on October 13th. Remember, squares are tension points. It brings it to the surface of where we have to focus. And so this may bring these deeper, more transformative conversations that reveal the hidden truths or within power struggles, into your communication style. The Pluto wants to dig deep and to get to the bottom of things, and Mercury is all about the way that you communicate. And so this is digging deep in order to understand where you seek out power or where others may seek out power through communication. So for Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mercury is now entering into your second house. It's always important for you to follow where Mercury is because Mercury is your chart ruler. And so your second house revolves around what you need in order to feel secure. It's your skill set. It's your money, your movable property. It is your work ethic. It's your income. It's your possessions. Your second house is the house of your finances and your values. And Mercury entering here is really encouraging you to reflect on your financial decisions. How do you communicate how you feel about money, how you feel about your skill set, your career, your job? This is going to be an excellent time for you to engage in these balanced conversations about income, about savings, or about your investments. Now, you're going to have a Mercury-Sun South Node cazimi or conjunction on September 29th. Remember, a Sun-Mercury cazimi is when the Mercury is in the heart of the Sun and it's magnifying the energy. And the South Node is also going to be at the same degree. And so this is an opportunity to look at your past in order to let go of things. And so this conjunction, it's going to bring you these like aha moments or clarity around your past financial decisions or any unresolved issues that you might have that are related to what do you value in order for you to feel safe and secure. It's going to be this a powerful time for you to release any unproductive financial habits in order for you to adopt a more balanced approach in order to move forward. Now, the Mars square to your 11th house. Remember, Mars is in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, the people that you're connected to in order to where you either volunteer or it's like your community. And so Mars being in your social networks, and a square is a tension point. It creates tension in order to push for change. And so this is in your social networks. And this is really going to push you on October 6th that it triggers these tensions around your shared resources or your financial contributions within your social circles or within your star community or where you volunteer. Be mindful of how you communicate about money with either your friends or your colleagues, because this can bring up tension or tense points. Mars here is really feeling the need to protect its own. Now, the Mercury-Jupiter trine on October 8th, Jupiter is in your 10th house of your career, your job, your responsibilities. A trine is a harmonious aspect. And so this is really supporting financial decisions and expansive conversations around your values with something that has to do with your career, your job, your reputation, or your legacy. Now, Mercury is going to square Pluto. Pluto is in your 5th house of your house of creativity or children or creative projects or lovers, or it's the house of where you're willing to take a risk, or the house of joy. So the Mercury squaring Pluto on October 13th, it brings about these intense discussions about control or power dynamics within your financial matters. And this could be with where you're willing to take a risk or your creative projects, with children, with lovers. Pluto is about power, control, and Mercury is the way that you communicate. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mercury is now moving into your 1st house of self. It's your identity. This is going to be really important for you for all of these transits because it's about your appearance, you being seen, your habits, your desires, your interests. It is about you and your identity. So the 1st house being the house of self, it's how you refine the way that you communicate, how you present yourself to the world. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to focus on clear and balanced communication with other people, particularly in how you express your identity and how you interact with others. Now, the Mercury-Sun South Node conjunction on September 29th, Mercury will be in the heart of the Sun, which means it magnifies the energy. And the South Node is going to be here. The South Node is what we release, what we let go of. And so this will be like this aha moment that offers you this moment of clarity around the way that you, your past self-expression or any unresolved issues relating to your identity in the way that you've communicated or the way that you thought about things or people thought about you. You might find yourself revisiting some old patterns of communication and releasing any unproductive habits at this time. It'll become crystal clear. It'll be one of those, I get it. I see where this has not served my purpose well, and I need to let go of this. Now, the square to Mars in your 10th house, that's going to happen on October 6th. Mars in Cancer in your 10th house is career, your job, your responsibilities, the legacy that you want to leave behind. Squares are tension points. They create an energy that forces us to play our hand and to make a decision. And so it brings tensions around how you communicate with authority figures or how you are presenting yourself in a professional manner or within your professional life. Be mindful of your tone, avoid any impulse reactions in any career-related conversations that you have with others. Now, the Mercury trine Jupiter that is going to happen on October 8th. Jupiter is in your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences, publishing, religion, spirituality. This is in a harmonious aspect of where you want to go, things that you want to do. It supports all of these expansive opportunities for you to have personal growth and positive self-expression, either through taking a class or workshops or publishing things, the way that you talk, share ideas, and communicate. Now, there's going to be a Mercury square Pluto on October 13th. Pluto is in your 4th house of your home. Remember, Pluto is about birth, death, and rebirth. It's the planet of transformation, and squares are tension points. And so this is going to be prompting some deep, transformative discussions between who are you and your identity and how you assert yourself within your relationships with your family or people that feel like family with you. And so, Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mercury is now moving into your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of being hidden, or it's the house of where we do our shadow work. It's our private inner world. It's angels, guides. It's communication with the spiritual realm through the Akashic records, dream, astral travel, astral projection. It's the house of affliction and scandal and meditation. It's where we go to be alone. So with Mercury entering into your 12th house of introspection, or the house of spirituality, or your hidden matters, or secrets, this is going to be a time of deep reflection on your past communication patterns or any of your subconscious thoughts that now can come to the surface of wanting to understand why you communicate in that way or where this has come from. You might feel more inclined to keep your thoughts more private, engaging in introspective journaling or meditation. Now, the Mercury South Node Sun conjunction Cazimi that's going to happen on September 29th. A Cazimi is when the Sun and Mercury are together and they're merging the energy. And this is also merging it with the South Node of our past, what we're willing to release, what we need to let go of. And the 12th house is the house of karmic healing and renewal of patterns. And so this conjunction happening on the 29th is going to bring this heightened clarity, like an aha moment around past issues that have been buried within your subconscious, offering you this powerful opportunity for healing and for closure and for like letting go, let flow, release. Then you're going to have a square to Mars in your ninth house of beliefs on October 6th. Mars being in your ninth house is, and Mars is one of your co-rulers. Mars wants to initiate, it's fire, it's going after. In the sign of Cancer in your ninth house is these cross-cultural experiences. It's foreign people, places, and things. And so now it's about your beliefs. And squares are tension points. And so it might trigger these tensions within conversations that are related to spirituality or philosophical matters for you. So it's really essential for you to stay focused, stay open-minded. Try to avoid any defensive reactions at this time. And then you're going to have a Mercury trine Jupiter. Jupiter is in your eighth house of your shared resources, and this is going to happen on October 8th. And I love this for you because a trine is a harmonious aspect where the planets are working together. And so this is expansive thinking, ideas, beliefs, spiritual growth, while then right after is Mercury square Pluto on October 13th. Again, remember, another square. Pluto is in your third house of communication with neighbors, siblings, people within your close proximity. And so on October 13th, this square, this tension point, is bringing transformative insights in how your subconscious influences your communication patterns. This is going to be a beautiful transit for all of these, pushing you to understand where our thoughts coming from, what has shaped the way that your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs, and to uncover the hidden and to release it, and then to expand it and to grow and change from it. I absolutely love all of this for you, Mercury, Scorpio. So please, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest content. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have Mercury entering into your 11th house. This is the house of friendships and social networks and your aspirations and your dreams. And it's networks, either through work or through pleasure. It's like kind of where we mix and mingle with people for a shared goal. And so with Mercury entering this house, you're going to want to engage more in these meaningful conversations within your social circles. This is going to be an ideal time for you to collaborate within group projects or teamwork, share your ideas with friends, focusing on finding this common ground within your community or where you want to volunteer or be part of something that's bigger. Now, the Mercury Sun South Node conjunction. Whenever Mercury is conjunct the Sun, it's called a cazimi. It means in the heart of, and it's magnifying the energy. And this is also going to include the South Node. The South Node is our past, where we need to release, where we need to let go of. And so this is going to be an aha moment that will happen on September 29th. It's going to bring clarity around past social dynamics or any unresolved issues that have been within your networks. These can be work networks, or these can be friends or social circle networks. This is going to be a powerful time for you to revisit any old conversations or to clear the air between you and friends or social networking opportunities that you've had. Remember that the 11th house is like your peers, and it's shared creativity, and this could be clubs and organizations. Now, you're going to have a square to Mars in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of shared resources, so you know that your resources combined with somebody else. Squares are tension points, and so having a square to Mars in your 8th house on October 6th is going to possibly trigger tensions around your financial contributions or the contributions of others, or where your money and resources are tied up, or power dynamics within group settings. Be mindful of how you communicate about money or shared responsibilities with friends or people that you network with. Now you're going to have a Mercury trine Jupiter on October 8th. Jupiter is in your 7th house of your partnerships, your significant others. It's your clients, it's your best friends, it's significant others. And a trine is a harmonious aspect where they are talking together, they're working together, and they're communicating and saying, on October 8th, I support positive, expansive energy of the way that we communicate or the way that we negotiate within social groups, while right after Mercury is going to square Pluto. Pluto is in your 2nd house of your self-worth, cash, property, your personal resources, and a square is a tension point on October 13th. Now, Pluto wants you to dig in deep. And so this is about bringing deeper, transformative discussions about power and control within your friendships or within your networks. Pluto gets to the bottom of things and it wants to dig until it understands. And so, Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community page using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have Mercury entering into the top of your chart. It's your career, your reputation, your legacy, it's your public image. So having Mercury at the top of your chart, it's where other people can see you or authority figures. And so Mercury's move here really brings the emphasis to the importance of clear communication in your professional life. Now, this is going to be a time that you're going to want to engage in like thoughtful discussions about career, about your goals within your professional life. It's about you negotiating contracts, how you refine your or how you present yourself to authority figures. The 10th house is like the top. It's you being seen by others. And so either seen as an authority figure or being seen from authority figures. And so engaging in thoughtful communications and making sure that you're clear about your career. Now, the Mercury Sun South Node Cazimi conjunction that's going to occur on the 29th. A Cazimi is when the sun is in, when a planet is in the heart of the sun. It is conjuncted. It is merging its energy. And we also have the South Node. The South Node is where I want to release, what I need to let go of. And so this conjunction, it's going to bring this aha moment. It's going to bring clarity around your past career decisions or any unresolved issues that you've had with superiors. It's like this aha moment of, I get it. I have to own that. I have to let go of that. It's going to be an ideal time for you to revisit any old professional conversations and clear the air. It's like, let's start with a clean slate. Let's negotiate this. Let's start fresh. Now, the square to Mars in your 7th house is going to be on October 6th. Remember, squares are tension points. It's a 90-degree angle. Mars wants to initiate, and in the 7th house, it's the +1 house. Business partners, significant other, clients. I'm going to add in open enemies and exes in here because this can trigger tensions within your professional relationships or within public partnerships. So it's essential for you to truly try to remain diplomatic and avoid any like hasty reactions or any hasty comments. Now, the Mercury trine Jupiter that will happen on October 8th. Jupiter is in your 6th house of your day-to-day living. It's how do I take care of and nurture myself, and then how am I of service to other people? And so having this, a trine is a harmonious aspect, and it's going to be on October 8th, and this is supporting positive, expansive, career-related conversations because the 6th house also represents employees or relationships with coworkers. Then Mercury is going to square Pluto on October 13th. Pluto is in your 1st house of yourself, your identity. The house, Pluto wants to transform, and the 1st house is all about you. And so this happening on October 13th, it really brings about this deeper transformative discussions about control, power dynamics within your professional life, of how people view you, how you view others, what do you want to be known for, how do you want to be seen. Pluto digs to the bottom of anything, and it's about it's magnetic. It pulls in, and it's about control, and Mercury is about conversations. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Aquarius sun, moon, and rising, you are having Mercury enter into your 9th house. It's in a harmonious aspect to your 1st house of your identity. So this is always a beautiful opportunity. You're, as an Aquarius sun, moon, and rising, this is you are ruled by air. This is the way that you communicate. So with Mercury moving through your 9th house of higher learning, higher thoughts, connection with foreign people, places, and things, travel, your belief system, religion, publishing, legal matters, the focus is now going to shift to broadening your mental horizons. It's about you engaging in philosophical conversations. It's going to be a time that you're going to want to explore like new ideas, or engage in debates, or seek this common ground within discussions that are related to religion or spirituality or education or travel. Now with the Mercury Sun South Node conjunction, this is a cazimi when the Sun is, when the Mercury is in the heart of the Sun, it is conjunct at the same degree, and the South Node will be there. This is going to happen on September 29th. The Sun magnifies the energy of the way Mercury wants to communicate. The South Node here is saying, I need to release and let go what no longer is working. It's about looking at your past. And so it brings about this opportunity for mental breakthroughs, or the clarity, or this aha moment, particularly around your past learning experiences, or this can be about unresolved issues that are related to your belief system. This is an opportunity to say, oh, I can connect the dots. I get it. Now, you're going to have a square to Mars in your 6th house of your work, your mental, physical, spiritual health, and well-being. That's going to be on October 6th. Remember, a square is a tension point. It's a 90-degree angle. And so this might trigger tensions around how your daily routine truly aligns with your higher ideals or your belief system. So be mindful of how you communicate about your beliefs in like work-related conversations with others. Then you're going to have a Mercury trine Jupiter. Jupiter is in your 5th house of children, childlike activities, creativity, where we're willing to take a risk, the house of love and romance, having a harmonious aspect. This is going to be on October 8th. This supports positive learning experiences or expansive conversations, or in the area of creativity, of I'm willing to take a risk, I'm willing to communicate, I'm willing to share my thoughts about this. And then you're going to have a Mercury square Pluto on October 13th. Now, Pluto is in your 12th house. This is the house of fears. It's the house of hidden. It's the house of secrets. And so having a square, it's a tension point. It may bring this deeper transformative discussions about power dynamics, or your belief system, or secrets being revealed. Remember, squares are tension points, and Pluto wants to dig to the bottom of things to uncover. And so this might be uncovering, where did these beliefs first come from? Where did these thoughts and ideas, where did they first arise? Is this something that's been passed down from one generation to another? Or is this something that you've learned? So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights. So for Pisces sun, moon, and rising, you're going to have Mercury entering into your 8th house of your shared resources. The 8th house is the house of taboo topics. It's the house of deep bonding. It's where we have our assets or our resources or we are connected or bonded with other people. And so in the house of shared resources and transformation and deep emotional connections, your focus is now going to shift to engaging in balanced conversations about your finances, about intimacy, and about emotional support. The 8th house is the house of taboo topics, and it's about let's broach these topics. Let's bring them to the surface. Let's have these meaningful conversations. This is going to be a time that you're going to be able to look to resolve any issues that are related to joint ventures, debts, power dynamics within your relationships. Now, you're going to have a Mercury Sun South Node conjunction, also called a cazimi. When anything is conjunct the sun or at the same degree, it is in the heart of, and the sun will magnify the energy. Since it's also magnifying the south node is what I need to release and let go of, past things. And so this is going to happen on September 29th. And so this might bring clarity around your past financial decisions or around unresolved issues that are related to your privacy or intimacy. This is going to be an ideal time for you to revisit old conversations or for you to clear the air with partners or people that you collaborate with. It'll be this aha, I get it, I understand it moment. Now, you're going to have a square to Mars in your 5th house. The 5th house revolves around topics of children, the creativity, where you're willing to take a risk. It's love and creative self-expression. And so having a square is a tension point. It's a time that I need to push past a barrier of some sort. In the house of creativity, it's going to happen on October 6th. This can trigger some tensions around romantic relationships or relationships with children, particularly around shared resources or around creative collaborations with others. Be mindful in how you communicate about money or about emotional support with your romantic partners. Now, the Mercury-Jupiter trine that's going to happen on October 8th, remember, Jupiter is in your 4th house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. It's your living situation. You're having Mercury in this harmonious aspect here. It's really supporting you having these financial positive negotiations around emotional support, around what can I do for my home, for my family, to build a strong foundation. And then you're going to have Mercury square Pluto. Pluto is in your 11th house of your hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, people that you network with. And so this is going to happen on October 13th. And this can really bring about this deeper transformative discussions about control or about power or about dynamics within your intimate relationships with where you want to go for your goals or within networks. Pluto is the planet of deep transformation, and it wants to dig to get to the bottom of things. And the 8th house is the house of deep psychological healing and connection to others. And so this square is saying we have to have those hard conversations. Let's do it together, and let's put an end to this. Let's discover it. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology forecasts. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates and insights.